Hey YouTube, Brian here from LCS. Thanks for stopping by the channel and this video, The Amazing Spider-Man number 84 review. Now, obviously, as you can see from the cover, Doc Ock is in the storyline in this issue. Now, this issue was a little bit better than the previous couple. Last week's issue 83 I did not like. Check out my review. The problem I've been having with this current run is obviously Peter Parker Spider-Man is out of action. He's kind of, in the hospital still, mending his wounds from a battle with the UFOs. And Ben Reilly has really stepped in. But here is the Amazing Spider-Man title, number 84, and there's no story with Peter Parker at all. So I don't know what's behind the thinking at Marvel, like, let's take the Amazing Spider-Man and not have a story with Peter Parker. And they've done this pretty consistently over the last run since the new creative team is taking over. So I know this story arc has an end around issue 94, so we're still about 10 issues away. So we'll see what happens. I'm sticking with it right now, but it just really, it's really gone downhill over the last few issues. They're swapping out the creative team. Each issue, it's somebody different artist, different writer, and I just think that lends to inconsistencies in the story. I just hope they will settle in on a writer, and that they can bring something new and good back to the Amazing Spider-Man. So let's jump in. Enough me ranting about Spider-Man. I think we heard enough of that during the Gleason run. So this is writer is Cody Ziegler and artist is Paco Menina. Now, so the story is, Doc Ock is in town, and he is giving the Beyond Corporation a hard time, and Beyond sends out Ben Reilly to deal with him. And so, we kind of open up with, Beyond, and, a Doc Ock kind of plays the old man with a bunch of young employees at Beyond, and he sneaks his way in and starts looking for some of their data, get into their computer system and kind of see their secrets that they're hiding. And then we look at Ben Reilly. He's at Beyond, and he's been basically in therapy session, trying to recover some of his memories. And he kind of has a breakthrough where, he's seeing memories of Uncle Ben, but he has no face. As you can see, the glares there, but in the top panel here, where he basically has no face. And finally, working with his therapist, he kind of has a breakthrough and is able to see Uncle Ben's face. So, then we cut to Ben and his girlfriend Janine. They're going out on a date. They get all dressed up. And it's basically on Beyond's nickel or dime, where they're going out and all dressed up, limo, and then just as they're about to kick off their night, Ben gets a call from Marcus, his handler at Beyond, saying that they've got an issue and they need his help immediately. And that issue is Doc Ock that we saw in the first few pages. So Ben is off, and the Ben Janine breaking up of the date where he's got to run out and leave her, is very similar to the whole Peter Parker, Mary Jane type situation. So nothing new, but you can see that it's even happening with Ben Reilly. And so Doc Ock is wreaking havoc at Beyond Corporation. He's trying to get into their computer system, their data, and get into their secrets and the research that they're doing. So in comes Ben Reilly and takes Doc for a kick and a knock on the floor here, but Doc Ock, starts to fight back. and starts to get the better of Ben Reilly. And then Ben hits him with some Beyond Corporation technology, and all of his tentacles go, basically limp. He doesn't have control over them, although he can still communicate with them. He can't control them. And so there's some new, tech that Beyond has developed to help neutralize, his tentacles. So Doc basically sheds them and says, I'm still going to go after my data here. And meanwhile, Ben is kind of talking with him. And then Dr. Ock, releases some of the drones and some sound in the security system that basically takes Ben by surprise and then ultimately knocks him out. And so Doc Ock is able to, get the data that he was looking for. And then we cut to Ben Reilly being in a med bay at Beyond, which is basically becoming a reoccurring theme here. He's not living up to the task, and he's being taken down. He was injured by Morbius a few issues ago. Craven beat him up pretty good, and now Doc Ock is kind of taking him down. And in steps Maxine Danger, who's the head of the superhero initiative at Beyond. And she's basically saying, look, you're becoming Ben Reilly, you're becoming a liability, and you need to, kind of get it together here, and Ben's just like, yeah, I understand. I messed up, but I really want to know what data was Doc Ock after, or what did he get? And they're basically keeping that a secret. They kind of don't let him in on all of the information. And so, and Maxine makes it very clear to Ben and Marcus that, look, they screwed up and they need to fix this. They need to locate Doc Ock. And then we cut to another Beyond Corporation office, and it's actually the headquarters. And Doc Ock is there to see Maxine Danger. And that's it. That's the end of the issue. So Doc Ock is a little upset because when he was able to get into Beyond's computer system, he realized that they had taken some of the secrets from when he was Superior Spider-Man and Parker Industries. And so some of the foundation of Beyond's research and technology is based on some of the work that Doc Ock had done. And so that's why he's kind of angry and coming after them. So again, overall, not that bad of a story. Definitely better than the last couple issues. But like I said, I still just fundamentally have a problem with the Amazing Spider-Man title without Peter Parker Spider-Man in the story at all. And so, yes, I understand he's banged up. He's in the hospital. He's recovering. But I don't know how you take your marquee character and your marquee title, one of the titles that sells the best for Marvel, and not include the main character in it for a number of issues. So I don't know, maybe that's just me. But overall, this one was definitely better than the last, like I said, the last couple. And I'm hopeful that, I know there's an end game here where, Peter Parker will get better and, at some point confronts Ben Reilly or the current situation kind of comes to a head. But I'm just hoping I can survive the issues in between and get to that conclusion. So let me know. Let me know what you think. Are you reading Amazing Spider-Man? What are your thoughts on this current story and Ben kind of taking over, for Peter and not having any Peter Parker in a full issue of Amazing Spider-Man? And let me know what you think. If you're not reading it, let me know why. If you are a Spider-Man fan and not reading it, and I know there's some people out there that have kind of dropped this title, I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to do my best to stick with it and get through some of these reads, but we'll see. I'm hopeful that it will get better, but it's tough plunking down, you know, $4 or $5 each week and not really enjoying the story. You know, I mentioned a new comic book day video this week that I've already dropped a few titles because I just wasn't enjoying the story. So I'm not giving up on The Amazing Spider-Man just yet, but my patience is certainly wearing thin. So hope you guys enjoyed the review. Like I said, let me know what you think if you are reading it or what you've heard about the story. I'd love to, you know, have your feedback on, you know, maybe I'm missing it. Maybe I'm just missing the boat here, but I think I'm pretty accurate with this story, but would love to hear your feedback. So thanks, guys. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for watching my videos, taking the time, and we will see you next issue, Amazing Spider-Man 85.